Hey there! Many learners find it difficult to distinguish between a phrase and a clause. This lesson will help you understand the difference. Here, we will focus on phrases, what they are, the types of phrases, and how to identify them with simple examples. By the end, you will be able to recognize phrases with confidence. The phrase and the clause. What's the difference between these two? Phrase are group of words which make sense but not complete sense. For example, it was a sunset of great beauty. Clause here means group of words which form a part of sentence which contains a subject and a predicate. So clause contain a subject and a predicate. So look at the sentence, I think that you have made a mistake. Here I is the subject and rest is the predicate. While in case of phrase, it makes sense but not complete sense. Look at another example, the sun rises in the east. Here, in the east is the phrase. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall is the phrase. So, the difference between phrase and the clause is that phrase makes sense but not complete sense. So, such a group of words which make sense but not complete sense is called a phrase, while such group of words which forms parts of sentence and contain a subject and a predicate is called a clause. Now let's discuss types of phrases. Noun phrase. A noun phrase is a group of words that have a noun. It is used to modify the noun. A noun phrase is a group of words that does the work of a noun. Look at the sentence, the boy wants to go home. The subject of the sentence is the boy. Wants is the verb. To go home is the object of the verb want. So the boy wants to go home. Here to go home is a noun phrase. The students were asked to find the buried treasure. The students were asked to find the buried treasure. Here to find the buried treasure. So the buried treasure is the noun phrase. Now pick out the noun phrase in the following sentence. He refuses to answer the question. So here, to answer the question is the noun phrase. He denies stealing the money. Stealing the money is the noun phrase here. So now let's discuss adjective phrase. An adjective phrase is a group of words that consist of an adjective. It provides more information about noun or pronoun in the sentence. For example, a golden crown. It is an adjective. So if I want to turn into an adjective phrase, let me say a crown made of gold. A crown made of gold. Here made of gold is an adjective phrase. Another example, blue-eyed boy is an adjective. So if I say a boy with blue eyes is an adjective phrase here. So this is what adjective phrase is. Now let's discuss adverb phrase. So just as the work of adjective, here group of words that include adverb or group of words that does the work of an adverb is an adverb phrase. For example, the shepherd shouted to them at the top of his voice. Here the shepherd is the subject, shouted is the verb. You know, adverb is something that qualifies a verb or that modifies a verb. So here, shouted to them at the top of his voice. How he shouted? At the top of his voice. So at the top of his voice is the adverb phrase here. Look at another sentence. Rita ran with great speed. Rita ran with great speed. Here with great speed is the adverb phrase. Verb phrase. So what is a verb phrase? A verb phrase can be used just like a verb. So it has a main verb and an auxiliary verb. For example, the dogs have been barking continuously. The dogs have been barking continuously. Here, have been barking. Have been barking is the verb phrase. So the last one, prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase consists of a preposition and an object. A preposition and an object. So it relates the subject and verb in a sentence. For example, the jewelry boxes were kept inside the cupboard. Here, inside the cupboard is the prepositional phrase. Now, the plant in the right corner of the garden finally bloomed. Here, in the right corner of the garden is the prepositional phrase here. Now, find out if you have identified the phrases correctly. First question, he leaves by his pen. He leaves by his pen. Here, by his pen is the adverb phrase. Leaves is a verb. So, by his pen is the adverb phrase. So, he is a man of great talent. It describes the man. So, of great talent is the adjective phrase here. He dislikes having to punish his servants. He dislikes having to punish his servants. So, having to punish his servants is the noun phrase here. Now, look at the next question. Cats like catching mice. Cats like catching mice. Catching mice is the phrase here. It is a noun phrase. Neil was playing video games on his phone. Neil was playing video games on his phone. So here we have two phrases. One is verb phrase, that is was playing is the verb phrase, and on his phone is a prepositional phrase. That's all for today's lesson. I hope you found it helpful. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Thank you.